Hey everyone, it's Sarah. Today we are going to be doing a flow to camel pose. Just to let you know, I love camel pose. I haven't quite got it fully, but I made a sequence that's going to help me and you to get into camel better by rewatching the video and doing the different poses that lead up to camel pose. So you're going to need a block. If you have sensitive knees, grab a blanket, and then let's get started. So we're going to start in hero's pose. So come up onto your knees. Your knees should be hip width distance apart. You're going to take a block and you're going to put it underneath your sits bones. Put it on the medium setting like this underneath your sit bones. Your feet should be on either side of the block. You want to leave an opening for the extra fatty sides of your buttocks. Have your spine lengthen your spine. And just stay here and breathe for a few minutes in hero's pose. Hands on the tops of the thighs. Take in the stretch in the feet because this is different from how we normally sit. We're always walking on our feet. We're always sitting in a chair or on the couch with the bottoms of our feet touching the floor. So this is giving a nice stretch into the tops of the feet. Slowly lift your arms up to the sky. Plant your left hand to the floor on the left side. Lengthen the spine. Slowly allow the right arm to fold over to the left. Make any adjustments for this to be comfortable in your body. Breathe here in this side stretch. Slowly lift yourself back up the center. Bring both arms up to the sky. Release the right hand to the floor on the right side. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to let the left arm fold over to the right side. Breathe here. Make any adjustments. Slowly lift yourself back up the center. Bring your arms up to the sky and lengthen the spine. Gently bring your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Gazes over the right shoulder. With each inhale, lengthen. And with each exhale, Go deeper into the twist that feels good for you. Stay here and breathe. Slowly untwist and bring the arms back up to the sky. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, exhale to bring left hand behind you. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, exhale to twist. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Again, with each inhale, lengthen. And with each exhale, twist further. Come back to center slowly. Bring the arms back up to the sky. Lengthen up and release down. Come on to hands and knees. Wrist under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Knees are hip width distance apart. Spine is neutral. Inhale to drop the belly. Shine the heart forward. Gaze slightly up. Cow. Exhale, round the spine. Gaze into the chest. Cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Do a couple cat cows on your own with your own breath. Bring the spine back to neutral. Slowly make your way onto your back with your feet flat on the mat, knees up to the sky. Grab a block. Make sure your heels are as close to the body where your fingers can touch the back of your heels, slightly tickling them. Your feet should be hip width distance apart. You're going to take the block on the lowest, medium, or highest setting, wherever your body is today, on whatever setting for the block. I'm going to take it on the medium setting. You're going to lift your hips up, bring the block underneath the sits bones, under the sacrum, where the block is comfortable for your lower back. Make any adjustments with the block. You can have your arms down at your sides, palms facing down. Stay here and breathe. If you like, you can also take your arms up overhead, whatever feels good in your body. And just breathe here in bridge pose, supported bridge pose. If you have your hands over your head, bring your arms back down at your sides. Slowly lift your hips up if you have to. Come up on your tippy toes. Release the block from underneath. Remove it to the side. Bring your knees into your chest and sway a little to the left and to the right. Just gently sway back and forth to release that back bend. And the stillness, allow the legs to either fall over to the left or right. Come into fetal position. Stay here and breathe. Slowly lift yourself back up. Come back to hands and knees. Walk your hands out slightly in front of you. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can walk the dog here by bending into one leg, straightening, and bending into the other leg. Go ahead and take a couple of walking the dog. Come to stillness. In downward facing dog, you should be an upside down V. If you have any tightness, you can bend into the knees. Slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat. Feet hip width distance apart. Forward fold. Your head should be heavy. You can have a slight bend in the knees. Breathe here. On your next inhale, lift up halfway. Your hands can be on your shins or thighs, or it can be on the mat. Breathe here. We're moving very slowly through each of these poses. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Bring the palms to meet overhead. Gaze up at the thumbs, slight back bend. Slowly bring the hands down to heart center. Bring your hands up to the sky. Forward fold, bring the hands to the mat. Bend into the knees. Head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back into plank. If you like, you can drop your knees down. Stay here and breathe.
On your next exhale, lower halfway down into chaturanga. Elbows into your sides. Lower all the way down. Hands on the sides of the chest. Untuck the toes. Lift up halfway cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can walk the dog here. Come to stillness. Slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. Head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Bring the arms up to the sky. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. You can drop the knees. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Elbows into the sides. Lower all the way down, untuck the toes. Hands at the sides of the chest. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can walk the dog here. Come to stillness. Slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Hands to heart center. Step the right foot back into crescent. You want the front knee in line with the ankle, so make sure you have a bend in the front knee. Your feet are on separate train tracks. The back heel is over the back toes. Lift the arms up to the sky. Crescent. Slowly lower the back knee down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the arms up, low lunge. Breathe here. There's still a bend in the front knee. Knee over ankle. Tuck the back toes, lift up, crescent. Plant the hands. Step the left foot back to meet the right, plank. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Lower all the way down, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can walk the dog here. Come to stillness. Slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Palms meet at heart center. Step the left foot back. Feet are on separate train tracks. Front knee is bent. Front knee is over the ankle. Back heel is over the toes. Lift the arms up to the sky, crescent. Breathe here. Lower the back knee down to the mat. Low lunge, untuck the toe. Lengthen your spine. Breathe here, low lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift up, crescent. Plant the hands to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Plank pose. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can walk the dog here. Come to stillness. Slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Palms meet over the head. Hands to heart center. Step the right foot back, crescent. Lift the arms up to the sky. Slowly drop your back foot down. Your back toes should be facing the front right corner of the mat. Warrior one. Front knee is bent over the front ankle. Breathe here. Feet are on separate train tracks. Step the back foot back into crescent. Heel is over the back toes. Plant the hands. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Plank pose. Exhale, halfway down. Lower all the way down, untuck the toes. On your next inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk your dog. Come to stillness. Slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. Forward fold. Slight bend in the knees. Head is heavy. On your next inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Palms meet overhead and come to heart center. Step the left foot back, crescent. Arms up to the sky. Drop the back foot down. Make any adjustments. Back toes should be facing the left front corner of the mat. Lengthen your spine, arms up to the sky. There's a bend in the front knee, knee over ankle. Stay here and breathe. Warrior one. Step the back foot back into crescent, heel over the toes. Breathe here. Plant the hands, step the right foot back to meet the left, plank pose. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Lower all the way down, untuck the toes. Inhale to lift to cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can walk the dog here. Come to stillness. Drop the knees to the mat. Bring the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. Slowly walk the hands out in front of you. Bring the sits bones to the heels. Allow the forehead to touch the mat. Wide-legged child's pose. Breathe here. Slowly lift up, walk the hands into your body. Slowly bring your legs out long in front of you. I'm going to come face you. You're going to bring your right foot into the inner left thigh. Half butterfly. Bring your arms up to the sky. Lengthen your spine and slowly fold over the left leg. And as you come down further, allow the spine to round. You can grasp your foot. You can place the palms down on the floor. Stay here and breathe. Slowly walk your hands back into your body and switch legs. You're going to bring your right leg out long. Bring your left foot into the inner right thigh. Bring your arms up to the sky. And lengthen the spine. slowly fold over the right leg. Allow the spine to slowly round. Breathe here. Half butterfly. Slowly walk the hands back into the body. Come onto your knees, back into hero's pose. We don't need the block for this one. We're gonna sit between our feet. So your knees should be hip width distance apart. If you have any pain in your knees, go ahead, grab the block. This happens. It happens to me every now and then. My knees have a slight pain, so I do have to do that. Right now, I'm okay. I've stretched a lot today. Breathe here. Bring your hands behind you. Fingers are facing back. Reclined hero's pose. If you can come down to your forearms, go you. If not, you can stay up on your hands. If you can come all the way down, that's even better. Breathe here, reclined hero's pose. Slowly lift yourself back up. Walk your hands back to where your spine is over your hips. Breathe here. Lift your sit bones up. Hips over your knees. We're moving into our camel variations. So make sure you have 2 blocks available. You're going to take each block and put it on the outside of your ankle. First, we're going to bring our hands to our lower back, palms facing our shoulders. And do a slight back bend. So you're going to try to keep your hips level with your knees. This is a big issue with me. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still working on stretching my hips to push them out. So push your hips out, lean your back into a nice back bend. Breathe here. If you have any strain, come out of it. Really bring yourself back forward and come back down into hero's pose. Breathe here. Lift yourself back up, hips over your knees. We're going to do it with the blocks on the highest setting now. So again, bring the blocks to the outside of your ankles. Bring your arms up to the sky. You're going to turn your hands facing behind you. So fingertips are facing behind you. Place them onto the block. Push your hips out. Breathe here. If you feel any strain, come out of the pose. Go back into heroes. Slowly bring yourself out. Head is last to come down. Come back into hero's pose. Breathe here. Come back up. We're going to remove the blocks. We're going to go into another one. If this doesn't work for you, just take one of the other variations and just do those again. So hips are over the knees. We're going to tuck our toes. Make any adjustments. You are going to take your arms up to the sky. Bring your hands to the top of your heels. Push into your hips, your shoulders, slight back bend. Breathe here. And when you're ready, you can come out of it very slowly. Come back down into hero's pose. We'll go ahead and place a block underneath us. Put it underneath your sits bones in between your feet. Lengthen your spine and breathe here. Remove the block. Bring your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes to touch. Wide-legged child's pose. Walk your hands out in front of you and allow your forehead to rest on the mat. Breathe here. Allow that back bend to release from the body. Slowly lift yourself up, walk your hands into your body, and make your way onto your back. Bring your feet, bottoms of your feet to the mat, knees facing up to the sky. Bring your knees into your chest. And allow the knees to fall over to the left side. Bring your right arm out to the right side. Make any adjustments. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Stay here and breathe in this supine twist.
Gaze is to the right side. Breathe here. Slowly bring the legs back to center. Wrap your arms around the shins. Rock a little side to side. Come to stillness. Bring your left arm out to the left side. Allow the legs to fall over to the right side. Make any adjustments to get there. Gazes to the left side. Breathe here in the supine twist. Slowly bring the legs back to center. Wrap your arms around the shins. Sway a little side to side. Coming into our last pose, which is Shavasana. From the stillness, bring your legs out long. Feet as wide as the mat. Bring the arms out to the sides of the body. Come to complete stillness. Close the eyes or keep a soft gaze. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Soften the muscles in the face. Allow your shoulders to become heavy. Soften your arms, your hands. Relax the fingers. Relax any tension in your body. Breathe into it. Soften your legs, your feet, your toes. Allow your feet to splay out. Completely relax. Be in complete stillness. Allow the mind to be still. Allow the body to be still.
Slowly bring your awareness back. Bring your awareness back to your breath, your body, the room that you're in, the feeling of being on the mat. Bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Wiggle them out. Slowly bring your knees into your chest. Clasp your arms around your shins. Bring your head up to your knees and give yourself the biggest hug you've given yourself all day. Release the head and the arms. Slowly roll over to one side, either the left or right, keeping the gaze closed or a soft gaze. Stay here in fetal position. Slowly lift yourself up to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed or a soft gaze. Bring your hands to your knees, either palms facing up to receive or facing down to be grounded. We're going to take 4 deep breaths together. Take a deep inhale to the nose. Exhale to the mouth. 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 One more. Inhale to the nose. Exhale to the mouth. Bring your palms to touch. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head to your hands. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking this time to doing the camel pose with me. Camel pose could be somewhat difficult, especially if your hips are not, open like mine. But the more that you stretch, the more limber you'll get, the more flexible you'll get. It just takes time and practice, patience. But yeah, thank you so much for practicing with me, doing this sequence. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, leave them down below, and I will answer them when I get them. Make sure that you move slowly throughout the rest of your day. Thank you again. Have a good one, y'all.